Hi, this is David Keenan with MicroQuant, and this is the free video for Thursday, March 12th, 2015. Looking at the price action that we've been following in the NASDAQ, I'm looking at it from the NQ futures. We've made this low back on January 16th, and then the most recent swing high was here on March 2nd. Now, we've since pulled back into the general zone between 38.2%. I'm actually still looking for a continuation a little bit lower, down to the 50% retracement, maybe the MQ trend dots. That would be around 42.55 to 42.40. So that 15-point range, I think we can easily fall back to. Now, today we're experiencing a little bit of bullishness. You can see, I'll show it to you intraday, but on the daily chart itself, it doesn't look particularly strong. You still have a lower high and a lower low, but we still have a lot of downside momentum, and MQ Python is still weaker. It looks like the trend is still with us. So I think we could generally slide lower. The numbers today did not look overly good or bad. I think it's just all relative. So let's take a look at NQ intraday and see what trading opportunities, what it's been looking like for. Actually, I'd like to look at a 60-minute or an hourly chart first. You see back here on the 9th, the beginning of the week, we had that break to the downside, and then consolidation on Tuesday. Here's another continuation move in the afternoon yesterday, and a lot of consolidation today and a lot of consolidation this morning. I'm sorry, this was yesterday. This was Tuesday. But right now, this is not necessarily the most bullish kind of picture. I am watching for a potential rebound here. I think we can go higher. But again, let's look at the just today and see what that looks like. Okay, here's the NQ intraday. Here's the opening range box, the high, the low, the midpoint. And you can see we had one of those days where we had that 45-degree move higher and then a pullback to the near the middle of the opening range box. Then we've consolidated, then we broke higher. Roughly 11:12. What's nice is 10:30, you actually did get a pullback here. Not much of one. The market has been strong. The overall S&P 500 has been strong. We've been up close to about 1%. The NASDAQ has been weaker. But we did make that same move higher, right about 11:15 and 11:30. And then since making that new high just above the opening range high, we've actually been just grinding lower. Now, I'm actually looking for the NASDAQ to come back to test the middle of the opening range. We do have some downside momentum, but this is just a 3-minute chart. I think if we get through lunch, we may get a move to the downside. That would be in line with the daily chart. However, because we're at a support level, especially the S&P actually came down, touched the 50% retracement, and then started to move higher. I actually think the NASDAQ could be turning also. That's what I'm playing on the 11-hour strategies, this little bounce on the hourly chart going into tomorrow morning. So just keep your eyes aware. I would be very cautious of actually getting a higher high on the daily chart today. If that were the case, actually looks like the bullish, a little quick bullish bounce will probably be in order tomorrow, and then we'll see what goes on into the weekend. All right, so be careful trading. Thank you.